Hey guys, Tayura here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, we are taking it one step further with the fall inspired makeup looks. We are going to be doing this full face right here, eyes, face, everything. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so I already did one eye off camera. For the eyes, I'm going to be using my Juvias Masquerade mini palette, but I'm going to prime with my P. Louise base. I'm using the shade number 5. Okay, so I'm using my E22 brush and the first shade that I'm going in with is the shade Burkina, and I'm just building this shade all the way up. So I'm packing it on and I'm blending at the same time. Alright, I'm going to be taking my M441 brush and I'm going to go in with the shade Ada. I'm just going to lightly pack this shade on and blend it out because this shade is like really pigmented. So I'm just lightly packing it on. You guys, look at that pigment. And just lightly blending. I'm going to go back in with that first shade and I'm just going to use that to lightly blend that harshness out from this one. Going back in with the brush from that second shade, the shade Ada, and I'm just using that to lightly blend. I did not add any product to it, I'm just lightly blending. Alright, so I want that orange shade to look kind of rusty like this eye. So I'm taking my M330 brush and I'm going in with the shade Fulani. And I'm just going to lightly pat that shade in just to give me that rusty kind of look. Once again, we're going back to that first shade and just lightly blend. We are now going to cut the crease and I'm using my P. Louise base in the shade number 5. I'm using this flat cut crease brush that I got from AliExpress. So now that the crease is cut and we're looking kind of even, I'm going to take back the M441 brush and I'm going to go back in with the shade Ada to lightly blend that harshness from the cut crease. I'm going to take back the M330 brush and I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shade Fulani just on top of that orange shade. For the lid shade, I'm using this little packing brush that I got from AliExpress, and I'm going to be taking the shade Casablanca. I'm going to pack that all over the lid. And you guys, I did not wet my brush for this shade. It's just amazing. Alright, so I'm taking the same two shades again, Ada and then Fulani, just to blend this harshness out and just so everything looks together. Like so. Alright y'all, so I'm going to apply some lashes off camera and then I'll be right back so we can jump into this flawless face. Alright you guys, so I'm back, lashes are on, and this is it for the eyes for now. I'm going to prime my face with my Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. For foundation, I'm going to be using my NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I'm using the shade Marquises. I did an entire review on this foundation. If you want to know how amazing this foundation is, I'm going to link it up here or up here, and I'm also going to link it in the description down below so you guys can check that out. And I did a whole wear test and everything. Yep, so I'm doing like 2 squeezes on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to use my Juvias sponge to apply this to my face. And you do not need a lot with this foundation, honestly. Foundation is on and we are looking amazing. I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and I'm using the shade Amande. I feel that with this shade of foundation, I do need a lighter shade in my NARS concealer, but I am going to go in with a lighter concealer just to brighten, so I don't mind it. But oh my god, this foundation is so amazing. So as I said, I'm going in with another concealer to brighten. I'm using my L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer in the shade 410. I'm only taking this under my eyes. I haven't used my Fenty Beauty Cream bronzer in a while, so I'm going to use that today to contour the face. And I'm using the shade 06 Chocolate. I'm using my e.l.f. contouring brush to apply this. Alright, so it's time to blend the concealer. If you are new to the channel, I don't normally like blend my contour out fully just because I'm going to blend my concealer on top of it and I don't want to like go in and like reapply contour, so I lightly blend it, and then when I'm done blending my concealer and all of that, then I'll just go back in and blend everything together as one, if that makes sense. So I'm using my e.l.f. sponge to blend my concealer. So to set the under eyes, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, but I'm using the shade Honey. You guys, I've been loving this powder so much. I honestly feel like I need to like put it down for a minute and finish the old translucent that I have, because I know that if I run out of this, I'm going to end up repurchasing this and not using up the one that I have from the old one. So as always, I'm going back in with the sponge that I used for my concealer to blend any creasing that might have happened under the eyes, and then I'll use a different sponge to set. I'm going to set the rest of my face, and I'm using my By Beauty Change Makeup Press Powder, and I'm using the shade Deep Number 1. Alright, so to get rid of all of that powderiness before I go in with my bronzer, I'm going to be using this Garnier face mist. You guys, this is 100% a dupe for the Fenty Beauty dewy mist that I always use. This just gets rid of all of that powder. Like, it's absolutely amazing. It's drugstore. It's like $9, so I highly recommend this one. I've been loving this lately. So yeah, just spray this all over the face. You guys, look at the skin. We look so good right now. I'm going to use some bronzer. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer, and I'm using the shade Deep Number 4, and I'm using a E4 brush to just bronze up the face. Alright y'all, so before I go in with blush, I'm just going to do the under eyes. I went in with some brown liner. Lately I've been loving the way brown liner looks instead of the black, and I'm going to be taking my E18 brush, and I'm going to be using the shade Ada and the shade Fulani, and I'm just going to blend them underneath the eyes, and that is it. Alright, so for blush, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Cream Blush in the shade Summertime Wine. I feel like this is a really nice shade for the fall. It's just nice, and you know that plum shade? I really like this, and I've been loving this lately. And I'm using this Wet n Wild brush to apply this on the cheeks. I'm going to add some setting spray, and I'm using my Toofaced Hangover setting spray. For lips, I'm going to line with my KKW Nude 3 lip liner. I'm going to be using my By Beauty lip crayon in the shade Amaretto. I think for gloss, I'm going to use my Juvias Place, and I'm using the shade Sis. Alright, also I went in with a little bit of my Artist Couture Uncensored 2.0 gloss just to make the lips look a little bit more like brownie. But I am going to fix my hair, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Alright you guys, I am back, and this is the finished look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.